The fun-size BMW 2 Series is an entry-level luxury car with big thrust, sold as a coupe only. The 230i and M240i have vastly different power levels, but are both offered with either rear or all-wheel drive. The 230i employs a turbocharged 255 horsepower inline-four that it shares with the Toyota Supra 2.0 and a host of other BMW products. The M240i comes with the far more entertaining turbocharged 382 horsepower inline-six engine. Sadly, no manual transmission is offered. Still, BMW's smallest car's recent redesign has wrought a deceptively quick ride with solid braking and a chassis that loves the twisties. Although it's grown in size, its rear seat space is smaller than before. However, the most important aspect of the 2 Series remains true in this generation. It rewards spirited driving at a reasonable price, particularly in 4-cylinder 230i form. There is a more rear passenger-friendly 4-door wearing a 2 Series badge. It's known as the Grand Coupe, but it's built on a completely different front drive platform that has yet to win us over. The BMW 2 Series was fully redesigned last year, so there are only minor changes for the 2023 model year. BMW adds a new curved gauge cluster display as standard equipment and removes satin aluminum exterior and black high-gloss interior trim options from its build sheet. This is what we want from a BMW. Overall handling and performance are excellent, though it should be noted that our 230i test car was equipped with the M Sport bit suspension, steering, brakes and rear differential as well as summer tires. We recorded a 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint of 5.5 seconds. That's quicker than the Audi A3 or Mercedes-Benz CLA 250, and we expect the M240i will be similarly competitive with the Audi S3, 3 rupees and AMG versions of the CLA. The turbocharged 4-cylinder engine makes excellent low-range and mid-range power. Though it loses steam a bit toward the top of the rev band, it feels plenty strong around town or on the highway. Braking and handling are nearly as impressive. The M Sport suspension helps keep body motions well in check, with only a mild amount of roll at the limit. The M Sport differential does an excellent job of managing traction, though the 230i will elicit a slide if you coax it. Braking was excellent, stopping from 60 miles per hour in a scant 107 feet at our test track. The brakes are also easy to control when you're on the street. The main disappointment here is the car's steering feel. It's weighted pretty well, but there's next to no feedback available to give you a sense of the front tires on the road. This is a small car, so everything is within easy reach. The driving position is excellent and operating the controls is straightforward. It makes driving the 2 Series with vigor all that more engaging, and despite the 2 Series' small proportions, blind spots are actually relatively minimal thanks to upright windows and unobtrusive roof pillars. The 2 Series is relatively spacious, at least for front passengers. There's plenty of headroom, legroom and shoulder room, but the rear seat is a joke and won't be comfortable for adults, even on shorter drives. Even getting in the back requires some gymnastics most adults simply won't or can't perform. This is odd considering the previous generation 2 Series had a roomier rear seat yet was a shorter car overall. The 2 Series doesn't offer anything exceptional or outstanding in the technology department, but that shouldn't be a knock. BMW's infotainment system isn't the most straightforward system we've ever used, though controls for media, navigation and high-level settings are all easy to access. The 2 Series comes standard with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration as well as a wireless charging pad and multiple USB-C ports. The optional Harman Kardon audio system is excellent, with lots of clarity and well-rounded bass even at high volumes. The 2 Series offers a decent amount of cargo space given its small size, The 10 cubic foot trunk is a bit less than what you get from the Audi A3 or Mercedes CLA but is reasonably usable. Storage in the 2 Series Coupe's cabin is good with a decent size armrest bin and door pockets. Access to the wireless charging pad for your phone is partially blocked by the car's gear selector. The 2 Series has anchors for a car seat, but actually getting either a seat or a child in the rear is going to be awkward and cumbersome. The seats do slide forward, but there's only so much room to work with in the back seat of a coupe. If you regularly have rear passengers of any size, the 2 Series may not be for you. The 230i features a 255 horsepower turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder, and the M240i has a 382 horsepower turbo 3.0-liter inline-6. The 230i and M240i are both offered with rear and all-wheel drive, and 8-speed automatic is the only transmission choice. During our test of the 230i, it reached 60 miles per hour in 5.1 seconds and a quarter mile in 13.7 seconds at 101 miles per hour. Those looking to squeeze the most performance out of the 230i will want to choose the M Sport and dynamic handling packages that together include 19-inch wheels on performance tires, a sportier suspension, upgraded brakes, a variable ratio steering system and an electronically controlled rear differential. Most of these goodies and more come standard on the M240i. When we tested that model we were impressed by its ability to lunge off the line 60 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds and its refined ride and handling. But like many of the latest Bimmers we wish it had better steering feedback.